Hello, hi, it's Liz here and I'm back with my December ephemera book for Dephemerember. It's day 6 and day 7, another 2 for 1. Seems to be the way of it. So we have today bingo card and feathers. So I have just stuck one of the haven't stuck it, I've clipped it on one of my tags. I just thought it would be nice with the blue against the blue of this page, and yeah, so I've just used up that page because I'm going to have a few extra pages, and I thought if I just stick some random piece in along the way that kind of matches, then I'll be happy to use them up. There's a video showing that about a week or so ago if you want to look that up. Yeah, so we're on to this page here, and I'm just going to unclip that for the moment and leave it there. So this page, I've got my bingo card. It's just a faux bingo card from some scrapbook paper. I've got a stamp of 2 feathers. It's not got a name on it, but I know I got it fairly recently in my local Hobbycraft for those in the UK if you want to get yourself a feather stamp. So for the background, I thought we could use some music. We haven't used any music paper yet. We might need to trim that down. And I have already stamped out my feather. I'm not going to colour it. I stamped it on a piece of old book page, and I think it's quite nice that the writing, the script, the print comes through the stamp. I stamped it using my VersaFine Vintage Sepia. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how that stamp turned out. So I was thinking bingo card, feathers, and I was going to use these 2 gals. I remember when I was doing my previous day with the numbers, and I was going to use this bingo card, and then all of a sudden I read the next prompt and it was a bingo card, so I put that to the side and we had a rethink. But I was going to use this little picture of these 2 ladies because I thought they just look like 2 girls that have been to the bingo, and one won and one didn't, and that's what it looks like to me. So I'm still going to keep that with them. I can just layer up my feather, I think, on top of the music paper. I always like to kind of sit everything the way roughly it's going to be before I stick anything down or trim anything or cut anything, so that I can get an idea of how things should be. Now, I've got this piece of acetate which has been pre-printed with a stamp and a little wax seal and a bit of washi, and it's got this doily printed on it as well, and this little flower, and I thought it might be a wee bit different just to plonk that right on the top like that. What do you think? I think that gives quite a nice effect, and it's a bit different. Now, the thing is that this is quite hard to stick down because you will see, now you could use really thin double-sided tape, but I thought because I'm layering it onto this, if I stitched round the edge, then all I'm doing is sticking ordinary paper onto the book page, and so that solves the problem of having to attach the acetate to the top. So yes, let's put them aside and let's get all these bits to the correct size. Now, is this the same size as that? It is, but I will need to take a little bit, it's broader, so let's take a little bit off the side. I'll take it off that side, the plain side, because I don't want to lose any of my my doily. So we'll just take a smidgen off of that. You probably won't be able to see that. There's a little smidgen. Right, now that should fit now, I think. Yes. So we want to get it the correct length now. And again, about the same smidgen off the bottom. And we'll just cut them both at once so that they end up exactly the same size. Maybe. I think about there. Okay. I think that will do. So now we want to get these stuck down. Her face. Oh dear. I think I'm going to put the bingo at a jaunty angle. Seems a bit random because you've got those feathers, but I think I need my bingo a bit further down. And maybe a little bit further up. Yep. So, just above the R in world. I'm not too concerned about covering these in glue because I'm going to be layering, did I say just below or just above? Well, we'll just put it on it. Because we're going to be sandwiching it, so it doesn't need to all be exactly stuck down, I don't think. This is the random nature of collages when you get feathers in a bingo card on the same on the same page. All seems a bit random. Oh, can't put that there. That's behind that white bit. Oh, let's see then. Up a bit. I wonder if you can hear that hammering. Our neighbour's getting a new bathroom put in. It just seems awful close to Christmas for me to be doing things like that, but hey ho. I think that is going to be perfect. Okay, so I am going to go and hopefully, if the sewing machine goes through this plasticky bit, I am going to stitch round the edge. So I'll see you in a bit. There we are, I'm back, and yeah, I think that worked out all right. And we'll just get that stuck down. I am going to use the 3-in-1 for this, just because it's ended up quite thick and the plastic might just make the paper bend a little bit, and we don't want that. So round the edges and a St Andrew's cross in the middle. Make sure we're on the right page. It won't be the first time that I've skipped a page, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. They don't need to be in order. Some people are flipping through and just finding a nice page, and I tend to now just be doing this one in order for some reason. Sometimes I flit about doing different pages, but because this is an actual book and all the pages are much the same, we don't need to flip about so much. Yeah, good. So we can put this guy, this fella, back on here. I quite like, then it gives the journal something popping out the top. I quite like things coming out over the edges. There. So that's number 6. Feathers and a bingo card. Now, wait a minute, it's not, because I have this. She was tempted to cause a scene because this one that's not happy about this one winning, she might cause a scene. That's what I was thinking. And I'm just going to put that there. There. Some words just finish it off, I think. She was tempted to cause a scene. Okay, number 7. Handwritten memory. Let me just add to my chaos to the side there and bring in bundle number 7. Right. Handwritten memory loaded tag. Let me just get all my bits here. So a loaded tag and a handwritten memory. Let's get to the bottom of the pile. Okay, so here is my tag that's going to be loaded. It's just a piece of scrapbook paper, and I just cut off the edges and gave it a little bit of inking around with vintage photo distress ink. So really easy, but I didn't have a big jumbo card to load, so I just made one. And for the first time, I'm ashamed to say, I have had this for many months. It's Tim Holtz, now what's it called? Stitched slots. So you get this and this little label die, and yeah, and I have cut out this, and it stitches, it gives you 4 stitches along the edges there. I haven't printed out the label because I've got a label of my own that I want to add. So that's it, had its maiden voyage through the big shot. It had its maiden voyage half an hour ago, and that's just going there so that I can load it up. And I've got all my little bits here to load it up. So what should we do first? Let's get this stuck down. And I'm just going to stick it. I'm going to use this because I'm going to be loading it, so I don't want anything to be coming away from this holder. And I'm going to leave the top unstuck because that's going to be where I put my handwritten memory, in that top slot. So we'll just go round the edge like that. And we will just plonk it there. Seems as good a place to any to plonk. So that's it stuck round the edges. And I'm just going to fill it up now. I've got lots of little bits So let's put snowman and tag. The wreath and another tag. Oops. And directions to the North Pole. Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? And I've got peace and joy. Oh, I'm away to the side here. You should have shouted. There. And I've got these two little pieces of, now, these are called card candy. And they were by a company called, I'm sure it was Craftwork Cards. Many, many years ago, Craftwork Cards, I don't think they're on the go anymore, brought out this stuff called card candy. And as a card maker, it was great because it meant I didn't have to use metal brads or anything anymore. And they brought them out in all sorts of colours. And then they started using ones that had patterns on them. And this is a little bag of Christmassy ones. And they were just, I do just remember at the time, they were just so good. Right, before we stick that down, I want to go round the edge with my pen and do just a squiggle. I'm going to do a double squiggle. If you can't draw a straight line, then going the squiggle route is the best way, because then it looks more deliberate than if you've tried to draw a straight line and you can't. So just a light squiggle, and then we'll just do a double squiggle. Nothing fancy, just, and you might think that, oh, that all looks a bit messy. I'm going to stop and I'm going to start again. Well, don't, because once you get to the end, you'll realise that actually it looks pretty cool. Don't you think? Yeah. Right, let's get peace and joy down there. And for these, I am going to use a little foam square. Just in the middle there, because they are slightly beveled, and the glue wouldn't necessarily stick them down, I don't think, as far as I can remember anyway. Right, so let's get that down, and then we can do our little memory. There, it's there. Who moved it? Come on. Which one of you moved the glue? Oh, it's turned really cold here. I think we're expecting snow. It's been forecast. Snow for the next few days, I think. I don't know whether it will reach down as low as the central belt. It might not. I think up north are definitely getting it. but we might not get it down here in the lowlands. Okay. That's cute. Right, so my handwritten memory. So you might remember me telling you that a new shop opened in Glasgow. It's called Saustrine Greens, and it's, I believe, Danish. Handelskompagnie. And I went and I bought, now it wasn't the opening day, it was the next day, and there was a string quartet outside and balloons and everything, and it was quite busy, but I managed to get scissors. Oh, rose gold scissors, look. They are lovely, because I needed a pair of scissors, and I also needed a new ruler. Not, but how cute is that? Some washi, because you, well, you know, the minute you see a basket of washi, you've got to buy some. So this is very pretty. Look at the little white flowers. And I do like that shade of blue, it's lovely. And of course, if you see a wooden stamp, you've got to buy it, it's a rule. And the prices were quite good. Here is pounds here, £2.36 for a wooden stamp, and I think that's really good. £2.36. Yeah, so nice little things. And of course I got a brown bag. Someone had left a comment to say that if you were in, you should really get a brown bag, a paper bag, so that I can make a journal cover. And I wasn't sure whether I wanted to put the girls on the bicycle there or the actual, but I think having the name, and now that it's in the Centennial Centre, Glasgow, I think that's better than just random girls on a bike. But anyway, we'll probably use the random girls on a bike another time, or I could just attach that with a wee bit washi, and then the girls would be upside down. No, let's just do that. There we are. So I've written 3rd December, my first visit to this new shop. It won't be my last. Bought some bits and bobs. So there's a little memory there. A little handwritten memory for in the back there. I hope. Yes. Oh. Cute. Yeah. Yes. Like my 2 pages today. I'm liking the book so far. It's coming on great. Yeah. I can't believe it's number 8. Number 8 tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, Thursday, it might be a 2 for 1 on Friday, and it might be a number 8 tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows what tomorrow might bring. But for today, if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.